as he groped along the streets with his hand stretched out for pennies or for just one bite to eat. It's a story of the blind man who met Jesus on his way. With a master's touch, the man looked up as the scoffers heard him say, somebody touch me, somebody touch me. I was blind, but praise his name, I now can see. I was in darkness when Jesus found me, but since he touched me, I now am free. One day he touched that crippled man, and he made him walk again. Now the master, he saw with pleasure, he had labored not in vain. Like the story of that crippled man, I too was bound by sin, but since my master came, oh praise his name, thank God I now can say, somebody touch me, somebody touch me. I was blind, but praise his name, I now can see. I was in darkness when Jesus found me, but since he touched me, I now am free. Somebody touch me, somebody touch me. I was blind, but praise his name, I now can see. I was in darkness when Jesus found me, but since he touched me, I now am free. I was in darkness when Jesus found me, but since he touched me, thank God I'm free. I now am free. Thank God I'm free.
Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, wet your feet in the water of his love. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, come join angels singing praises to the Lamb of God.
It's time we the people stand up for what is right. It's time we squared our shoulders back and raise our swords to fight. For the Bible is my weapon and the Spirit is my shield. The church needs more of its members to be workers in the field.
Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, wet your feet in the water of his love. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, come join angels singing praises to the Lamb of God, to the Lamb of God. Christian who walks the narrow way. There has been a prize appointed for the soul who does not stray. Oh, I want to live for Jesus, be all that I should be, so that I can rest with him forever, live eternally. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, wet your feet in the water of his love. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, come join angels singing praises to the Lamb of God, to the Lamb of God. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, wet your feet in the water of his love. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, come join angels singing praises to the Lamb of God. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, wet your feet in the water of his love. Step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, come join angels singing praises to the Lamb of God. Come on and step into the water, wade out a little bit deeper, wet your feet in the water of his
The Cathedral Quartet with Step Into the Water. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday morning edition of Rejoice. Good to have you here. 7 minutes after 8. We've had 2 in a row from the cathedrals, and we're going to have one more. Kind of make it a cathedral morning. It is 52 degrees under cloudy skies, but it's going to be a partly sunny day today, and a high of about 65. So, ooh-wee. It was cold yesterday, but it's going to be a good day today, Lord willing. Good morning to Patricia and Jane, Lori, and Jewel. Good morning to all of you. Going to be 80 degrees down in Alabama, and she has sent a personal invitation for me to come on down. I love Alabama because my relatives are there, and because Jewel's there, and I think Jackie lives there too. And it's a good steak, except for the snakes. Oh, gives me chills. But I won't talk about snakes this morning. Oh, wait, let's move on. Keep Tim Riley in your prayers from the Go City Quartet. He's had some strokes, and just pray for his full recovery. This is the Cathedrals one more time, with a song that says, I know a man who can.
Heart that's broken, make it over again. But I know a man who can. And I can't take a soul that's sin sick, wash it white, white as snow. But I know a man who can.
Some call him Savior, the Redeemer of all men.
I call him Jesus, for he's my dearest friend. If you think that no one loves you and your life is out of hand, I know a man who can. I can't walk upon the water, and I can't calm a raging sea.
blisters sure and skill.
I know there's something for me. I know his face I'll see. He'll live throughout eternity. I know that he lives in my heart.
Blisters sure and skill.
I know that something for me. I know that his face I'll see. To live throughout eternity. I know that he lives in my heart. I know that he lives in my heart.
He lives in my heart. Yes, I know who holds tomorrow, and I know who holds my hand.
I don't know about tomorrow. I just live from day to day. I don't borrow from its sunshine or the skies may turn to gray. I don't worry over the future, for I know what Jesus said, and today he walks beside me, for he knows what is ahead. Many things about tomorrow I don't seem to understand, but I know who holds tomorrow, and I know who holds my hand. Many things about tomorrow I don't seem to understand,
But I know who holds tomorrow, and I know,
yes, I know who holds my hand, holds my hand.
The winds of war keep raging through the land, far and near. The cry of hungry children, the pain, the falling tears. Nations gather round the table for peace
they've tried for years. Yet war still rages higher, sweeping through the battlefield. We're living with the greatest promise that we will ever know. The promise came from heaven of blessed peace and hope. Battles may keep raging higher, but we will have no fear. The Savior's arms are open, and soon he shall appear. It's almost over. We are going home. Our Lord is coming to claim his own. Be faithful, children, brave and strong. It's almost over. We are going home. We're going home. It's almost over. We are going home. Our Lord is coming to claim his own. Be faithful, children, brave and strong. It's almost over. It's almost over. It's almost over. We
The Mark Trammell Quartet with It's Almost Over. It's 21 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. Good morning, Patricia and Cindy. Dorothy, good morning to you there in New Zealand. Cindy, let's see if I've forgotten anybody else. I hope not. If I did, please forgive me. And Jean, Elaine, I enjoyed your playlist last night too, and thanks to Jake for your help, for his help. I really appreciated that. It's whose turn is it today? I think it's Ginger's turn. So we'll see if we get Ginger's in time, and we'll put hers on for tonight. You know, I was thinking what I'd like to have from you ladies from you folks, is a picture of you. I want to line them up on my desk, and I want to see who I'm talking to. I'd love to do that. When I first started working at radio station WMUZ, one of the things I did, I would bring a picture of someone in, Kathy or whoever, and that's who I would talk to. And he's told me one of the things you need to do is to smile, because if your facial expression comes across the microphone. So I'd like to see you ladies, if you could, and gentlemen, send me a picture of you, whether it be on, well, I'd actually like a hard copy is what I'd like, so I could just kind of line them up. And it doesn't have to be anything big. I prefer it not be big. Even a 5x7 or smaller would be great. But a picture of you as current as possible, so that I can have for my memories, and also for so that I can talk to each one of you in the morning. That sounds kind of crazy, I'm sorry, but that's what I was told. All right, this is the Guardians here on Rejoice. This used to be the #1 song in Southern gospel music. They've had several. This is called It's Still Good News. It is, and it will always be good news.
I can still see the little white church and the preacher preaching. I can still feel the heavenly fire of an old camp meeting. When he opened the King James Bible and read John 3:16, that was the night those words got a hold of me.
It's still the good news after all these years. It still has the power to save. It still points the lost to a rugged cross where sins have been washed away. It was good for Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The gospel has never changed. It was good for them way back then, and it's still good news today.
Now I'm not ashamed of the gospel and its revelation. It's the almighty power of God unto salvation.
Whoa, it's still alive and working, a strong two-edged sword.
Written on every page is the word of the Lord.
It's still the good news after all these years. It still has the power to save. It still points the lost to a rugged cross where sins have been washed away. It was good for Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The gospel has never changed. It was good for them way back then, and it's still good news today. There's never been a book quite like it. There's nothing that can compare. Jesus said it, I believe it, and we settled it all.
At an old-fashioned altar of prayer.
It's still
outside Bethlehem. I would gaze at the stars where the angels sang glory, find the place there was no room for him. If I had been there that day at the Jordan when John looked up and called him the Lamb, I would trace every step that took him to Calvary, watch the nails pierce his feet and his hands. But I'm here in this moment 2,000 years later. I know in my heart it's all true, so I'll tell it today like I would have back then when the old story was new. When the old story was new. If I had been there to hear he is risen, I'd run to that cold empty tomb. I would stand on the mount where Jesus ascended and rejoice that he's coming back soon. But I'm here in this moment 2,000 years later. I know in my heart it's all true, so I'll tell it today like I would have back then when the old story was new. Old story was new. He's still the truth, still the life and the way, and the gospel still has the power to save. So I'm here in this moment 2,000 years later. Know in my heart it's all true, so I'll tell it today like I would have back then when the old story was new. When the old story was new. So I'll tell it today like I would have been when the old story was new. When the old story was new.
There's one thing that remains the same for everyone. We only get so many trips around the sun. A new day dawns, here we go, and what it holds only God knows. So I guess I better make the most of what I got, 'cause life is out there waiting, ready or not. It's an open door I'm gonna walk through. I know for sure what I'm gonna do is love with all that's in me. Gonna give, holding nothing back. I'm gonna pray, 'cause I know that God is listening, and that's a fact. And I'm gonna live like there's no tomorrow. Gonna run hard till the road runs out. All we have is here and now, so I'm gonna make it count. I'm gonna slow